Well, I've come out this morning expecting clear skies, a bit of sunshine, so obviously it is going to rain because it is North Wales and that's what it tends to do. But I'm determined to make the most of it. I have got my versatile film loaded again, the Rolly infrared, and just disturbing the sheep. And the idea is I will shoot with this as a conventional film most of the time, but I have brought the infrared filter and a tripod this time, a bit sturdy one, so I can shoot it as an infrared film to get a different effect. Another thing today is I'm not using my usual Nikon FE and all-in-one super zoom. I do have my trusty old FE, one of my FEs, and three lenses, 28mm, 50mm, and a 75 to 150 zoom, all much higher quality. The idea being I was going to get some really clear, crisp, high definition shots today, but the weather's not going to play ball, so they'll probably be used handheld. However, as I said, I do have the tripod with me, so I can get that out, bolt it down if the scene merits it, but at the moment I don't think it will. Oh, I am feeling a bit of a plodder today. I haven't got much energy, to be honest. Might look on these videos as though we sort of run up mountains as vloggers and it's all great. Half the time we're stopping for breathers and using it as an excuse to take B-roll, throw it in as clips. So no, not at all fit. Absolutely whacked most of the time. Sometimes wonder why I do it, but you know, you get great results by getting up here. Part of it is getting views that other people don't get, because it's easy to drive to a location. Obviously, if you have restricted mobility, it's important to be able to get access to places. But if you do have the ability to get into hills and mountains like this, with fantastic views, you are going to get shots that other people don't get. Well, here is the rain, as not predicted, but almost guaranteed when I come out. I've had actually, and I don't put these videos out in chronological order, by the way. Some of them may be a few months old, some of them may be very recent, but I've had about 6 or 7 long walks in the hills of Wales in the last couple of months, and it's rained on all but one of them, despite the forecast. So it is quite challenging, it is quite tricky, and I have come to some conclusions about what to carry, what not to carry, how to shoot, etc. But I'll save that for a separate video. In the meantime, I'll just enjoy getting wet, cold, and tired. Oh, but something far more important than that is to put a hat on and avoid scary hair. Right, I'm at the top of a mountain called Crimpii at the moment. It's just above, sorry, just below the cloud, the mist, the rain. The one over there is Craig Wen, just about poking through the clouds. And after that, the ones I'm going to are well and truly in the clouds. So I may as well make the most of the fact, apologies, may as well make the most of the fact that I have got Rolly infrared 400 loaded and shoot it as a conventional film and go for the grainy look. Seems to work. Now, almost at the top of the next peak, the view I'd hoped for, the one you can see over my shoulder, and I will give you a close-up. That's the sort of view I was after with a long lens today. I'm not going to get it though at the moment, it's just too obscured by clouds. So I think I will head up to this peak, find a sheltered spot, have a coffee, have a snack, and I think I'll actually wait for the weather to clear a little bit. I have got plenty of time, it's only 8 o'clock in the morning. I think it's probably worth sitting it out. The cloud is breaking a little bit. I'm not moaning quite as much, which is good as well. Everything's gonna hopefully get better. Glass half full time. Do you know, whilst sitting here admiring the views, and they are absolutely stunning views. I was actually in the Isle of Skye the other week, and they are also magnificent views, but this is an hour and a half from home. This is absolutely fantastic. I've actually also been reading a few of your comments from a video I put out last night about a lot of you saying how much you enjoy the walks, the scenery, never mind still pictures, and I have to agree. I have to realise that this is a walk with a camera. This is more about the walk. This is the experience of being out here in the hills. This is good for you, not only for your physical health but for your mental health as well. And I have to appreciate what I've got here. I've got stunning scenery on my doorstep, and I've got the ability to take photos. And really, who cares if I take a photo today? I haven't actually taken one yet. I'm being quite frugal, and I may take one, I may not, but it's still been an absolutely fantastic outing, whatever happens. So, on the surface of things, a failed trip, no photographs whatsoever to show for my 4 or 5 hours yomping up and down in the hills. Now, I think there are two reasons why this happened, having thought about it a bit more. And the first reason is technical, it's equipment. I had decided to forego my usual Nikon F80 with the lovely 28-200 Tamron, a very simple setup. A setup I've been using an awful lot in the mountains this year, and one I've become very familiar with. It's one of those cameras I just reach for, grab it off the clip on the little Peak Designs, and I take pictures without really giving it any thought. Now, when I had the FE with me with 3 separate lenses, I wasn't inclined to take the camera and swap the lenses over. So every time I thought there might be a shot, I didn't really bother trying, because it would have meant messing about with different lenses. And I'm on a walk primarily. The walk is the main thing for me, with photographs thrown in. So that was a mistake to try and take additional lenses with me. But the biggest reason for the failure, and the reason which plagues everybody from time to time, is lack of enthusiasm and tiredness. Now, I did get, as I alluded to at the start of the walk, quite tired. I felt jaded. I felt a little bit run down. I did not have the usual enthusiasm. Now, you will see from the film, obviously, there were plenty of opportunities for images to be made. It wasn't just an impossible day with weather conditions that wouldn't suit any particular shoot. There were light conditions which suited dramatic black and white. There were moody images. There were hills in the mist. I just wasn't feeling it whatsoever. I didn't have the inclination to take the pictures. So going out sometimes when you are a bit under the weather may not be the best thing. But as to whether it was a failed trip, I don't think it was. I still had a lovely walk out. I found a new location up on top of the different peaks I'd never visited before. I enjoyed the exercise, and it taught me a lot. It taught me to take the right camera next time, and it also taught me that maybe when I'm in that sort of mood, I'd be better off just hanging around the lakeside, potentially shooting some of the easiest shots, as opposed to tiring myself out going up a mountain. So an enjoyable trip for me, maybe not so good for you watching the video, but yeah, there we go. That's landscape photography. So I will be back next week with hopefully a success. And yeah, thanks for watching as ever. See you soon.